How to Create a Glitch Monologues Season 29 Chapter 7. This is Season 29 of How to Create a Glitch in the Matrix Monologues Episode 7. In this episode, we will be talking about the restoration of continuity, a state we will call integration. The state by which our consensuality is enmeshed in the conjoined consensuality of others, is one in which we preferentially expectation match others over ourselves. In this state, our reactive emotionality is expressed instantaneously through the emotional intonation of the plates of meaning. In other words, if we experience some reactive frustration, the result of someone responding with orthogonal thought, that is, sending us tension independently of the appropriation of some impulse, then that tension is immediately expressed through the emotional emphasis of our conscious action. That is to say, there is a bifurcation of our self, duality, created by when we preferentially expectation match some other, over meeting our own expectations pursuant to our consensuality. Thus, the tonic-dominant relationship, by creating a situation where we preferentially expectation match some other, over the self, creates the shadow self as part of the tonic-dominant relationship pursuant to the social directive. It is in the linking of our consensuality to others that we possess continuity of expression, tension expressed immediately through each expression. Thus, in this integrated state, our reactive thoughts are immediately manifest in tonal changes in vocal emphasis, or facial expression changes. The state of integration is also associated with a curtailment of free attention, loss of physical territoriality through which one may induce spatial non-consensuality. It is associated with a calcification of one's expectation field created by its entanglement with the conjoined consensuality of others. Now, the experience of multiplicity, namely the experience of dissonant consensualities, is made possible by the overlap between dissonant spaces and our consensuality according to some variable of time. When we are integrated, this overlap is eliminated. The space between our response and action is narrowed by the instantaneous expression of reactive frustration. In other words, the inhibition necessary to create the experience of dissonant consensualities is of a particular type. It is an inhibition created by a lack of continuity between oneself and others. In summary, the tonic-dominant relationship creates preferential expectation matching of the tonic by the dominant, which generates a shadow self. This shadow self is integrated through the instantaneous expression of reactive emotionality, rationalized by the tonic. Integration is the elimination of discontinuity in behavior, which eliminates the space between our reactive emotionality and our consensuality necessary to experience multiplicity or dissonant consensualities. That's the end of the podcast for today. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment and subscribe.